Let's try this again. Race number 1. We'll see Adam Barker and Andrew Lau on the front row. Simon Zierk and Sammy Hendricks on the second row. Yannick Gunther, Kevin Gerard on the third row. Mike Marshall, Nicole Kriesel on the fourth row. Harry Volsmeer and Ronnie Wimberly rounding out the field. 6 Porsches, 2 Ferraris, 1 BMW, 1 McLaren.
Hey guys, nice seeing everyone again.
Nice to see you out. We're in.
One moment while I get that fixed. Obviously, we have had a few technical difficulties this morning, so it has definitely been different. Looking at this new track, 3.29 miles. 18 turns around this track. 2-minute lap times has been the average. Adam Barker and Andrew Lau on the front row. Simon Zierk, Rudolf Gunther on the second. Mike Marshall, Sammy Hendricks on the third. Kevin Gerard, Nicole Kriesel rounding out the 8 cars that took to the grid. Harry Volsmeer, Ronnie Wimberly did not take to the grid. We've been doing some minor upgrades this week and obviously have had some technical difficulties, so I apologize if we have any issues this morning. Hopefully we'll got them all worked out, but time will tell. It is a bit of a long pace lap here. Obviously, 2-minute laps in race trim. I think the fastest lap we saw in qualifying was about a 1:58. We'll see if anybody can go any faster here. This track is uphill and downhill just a bit, but not enough that I think we'll see anybody trying to stretch the fuel very far in race 2. There are multiple configurations for this track as well, so we could be seeing in the future a lot of different options in the way they run this course. The last few turns of this course, as you'll see in a minute, also very, very tight, very, very close. Turn 1, that big left-hander will be exciting, but if they're battling coming into the final turn, things could get very dicey there as well. Through that tight left-hander, then quickly into the right-hander. Adam Barker will control the start as they come through the final turn, and the Porsche pace car pulls the pit road. There goes the pace car, and here they come down the front stretch. Green flag is in the air. They're dead and away at a brand new track, Motorland Aragon, for the first time. And we're going to have a battle into one. Simon looks to the inside. Can't get to the inside yet. Rudolph Gunther picks up a position on the way. Sammy Hendricks currently in 5th. Mike Marshall in 6th. Kevin Gerard 7th. Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel in 8th. Adam Barker quickly to the lead, but Lau not letting him get away here. Simon Zierk, Mr. Consistency, sits in 3rd. Porsche, obviously the dominant car here. Adam Barker even in the Porsche this morning. Like I mentioned in the pre-race, he did say that the Audi was trying to kill him here. The Porsche was more stable. Lau and Barker starting to open up a gap as Rudolph Gunther makes his way into 3rd. Zierk back to 4th. Hendricks in 5th, closing in. Mike Marshall, that new Conlift Solutions car, in 6th. Kevin Gerard closing the gap in 7th. Nicole Kriesel currently running in 8th. Keep an eye on her lap times. I guarantee you they're going to continue to come down all morning. Simon Zierk right in the slipstream on Rudolph at the moment. That Porsche obviously getting through these final turns, this tight section of track, a lot better as he pulls a big gap. Rudolph pulls a big gap on Simon Zierk. Could be seeing Harry Volksmeer or Ronnie Wimberly hopping on track here in a moment. Adam holding about 0.6 of a second on Andrew Lau. Rudolph Gunther about 2.5 seconds back, trying to close that gap, but Sammy Hendricks has caught up to the BMW of Simon Zierk. Mike Marshall sitting in 6th, but Kevin Gerard is closing the gap. Meanwhile, we have got a battle for the lead. Lau keeps getting right to the back bumper of Adam Barker. Simon Zierk holding off Sammy Hendricks for the moment. Sammy in a new paint scheme this season as well. Mike Marshall in 6th trying to close that gap. It looks like Harry Volksmeer is rolling off pit road in the lone McLaren. Be interesting to see how that McLaren does out here. It is known for having quite a bit of maneuverability, especially in the tighter sections of track. Simon Zierk just set the fastest lap of the morning so far, 1:59.66. That is the fastest official lap. Andrew Lau and Adam Barker both had faster laps, but they did not count due to the fact that they got off tracks, which is going to be huge this morning. Kevin Gerard just set his fastest lap, a 2:02.53, as he continues to close the gap on 6th place Mike Marshall. Sammy Hendricks also set his fastest lap, trying to close the gap in on Simon Zierk, but Zierk just a little bit faster. Simon almost back to the back bumper of Rudolph Gunther now. Meanwhile, Adam Barker and Andrew Lau continue to go at it. Lau dropping about a second behind now. Lau still trying to close that gap. Adam Barker has started to open up down the straightaway. It opens up to 1 1/4 seconds. Sammy Hendricks has made his way past Rudolph Gunther, now into 3rd. Sammy pulled off a 2 for 1. Looks like both Simon Zierk and Rudolph Gunther had an off track. Sammy takes advantage. Sammy now in 3rd, but 9 seconds behind the leader. And Adam Barker, last time by, set the fastest lap by a lot, 1:58.3. Kevin Gerard continuing to close the gap on Mike Marshall. Gerard actually faster than the next 3 cars ahead at the moment. Marshall goes a little bit wide. Kevin able to close even more of the gap. Andrew Lau falling a little bit more behind the leader now, 1.7 seconds back in 2nd. Sammy Hendricks currently in 3rd. Rudolph Gunther in 4th. Simon Zierk in 5th. And since Hendricks got by, he has pulled out to almost a 1 second gap over 4th and 5th. Simon dives it into the turn. Oh, but he catches the turtle and loses ground. Let's take a look at this one again. Headed down in toward that tight turn at the end of the track. Dives it down to the inside, out brakes, but hits that turtle mid-corner. Rudolph able to cross back over. Adam Barker's lead now 1.4 seconds. Lau is kicking it up a notch. Hendricks in 3rd. Sammy Hendricks currently in 3rd. Now has Rudolph Gunther closing back in at 4th. Simon Zierk not far behind in 5th. Nicole Kriesel has had a problem. Nicole headed down toward that tight turn at the end of the long straightaway. Just misses her braking point. Adam Barker still out front. Hendricks now running in third. Rudolph Gunther in fourth. Simon Zierk in fifth. Simon was right up there on Rudolph's bumper for the longest time. Those two were battling, but seems to be losing a little bit of ground here. Kevin Gerard, meanwhile, is caught up to the back bumper of Mike Marshall. He's been steadily reeling him in. Marshall goes a little bit wide. Oh! Kevin gets the... And what a heartbreak. Kevin will get rolling again, but he had run down Mike Marshall. Let's take another look. They come out of that final turn, and oh, Kevin just gets the turtle on the apex, and it sends him around. The sand catches him. Gerard on pit road. That may have damaged the underside of the car. Keep an eye on Kevin Gerard in race number 2. Given the speed he has had all morning long, both in practice, qualifying, and here in the race, I expect he is going to be making his way forward in race 2. Kevin currently running in 7th. When they invert the field for race 2, Kevin will be on the pole. Barker still has the lead, 1.4 seconds over Lau. Sammy Hendricks in 3rd, still has Rudolph Gunther in 4th within a second. Simon Zierk in 5th. The BMW does have a bit more power on this downhill straightaway, but not closing the gap much here. Mike Marshall sits in 6th, Kevin in 7th, Nicole in 8th. Harry Volsmeer is out on track, currently running in 9th place, but that McLaren is laying down some blistering laps. He is consistently, all 4 of his laps have been 158 to 159. There you see Harry's lap times are just super fast and consistent. If he had started the race on the grid, he would be up at the front battling Adam Barker. That does not bode well for the other drivers in race 2. Oh, Adam a bit wide. Lau closes down 0.3 of a second in that turn. Sammy Hendricks still in 3rd place, still battling with Rudolph Gunther in 4th. Zierk in 5th is now fallen 2.9 seconds back. Mike Marshall in 6th now has some breathing room after Kevin Gerard's incident. He is 41 seconds back. Although Marshall cannot make any mistakes, Gerard has consistently been 1 second or more a lap faster. Nicole Kriesel in 8th place. Her lap times continue to come down as she moves over for the leaders. Barker and Lau back across the start-finish line down into turn 1. Lau now just half a second behind Adam Barker. Sammy Hendricks in 3rd, still holds a 1 second gap on Rudolph Gunther in 4th. They continue to pull away from Simon Zierk in 5th, Mike Marshall in 6th. Kevin Gerard continues to chop away at that gap on Mike Marshall. Kevin has definitely stepped it up this week. A lot of practice and a lot of help and coaching from a couple of the other members have got him running laps on pace with the leaders. Speaking of the leaders, Lau gets loose. Lau cuts the turn too much and goes around. Andrew Lau sending it down that straightaway into that turn, but cuts a little too much and loses the back end. Lau quickly recovers, but ouch. Barker's lead now 11 and a half seconds. He can cruise it home. Andrew Lau still holds on to second place. Sammy Hendricks 2.1 seconds behind and gaining. Hendricks quickly closing in on Andrew Lau, now 1.5 seconds back. Sammy smells blood in the water. Rudolph Gunther also still lurking, but now 1.8 seconds behind Sammy. Meanwhile, Simon Zierk has cranked it up, now just 2.9 seconds behind, and he is gaining ground. Mike Marshall currently running in 6th. Kevin Gerard in 7th has chopped away another 4 seconds on Mike Marshall. Last time by, he was over 4 seconds faster than Mike. For a new track, these drivers have done amazing this morning. And no surprise to see Harry Volsmeer is on pit road. No surprise to see Adam Barker just running away with it here. See if we can get a look from Andrew Lau. It's going to be close. Did they get the white flag this time? No, they do not. So white flag will be next time by. Sammy Hendricks continues to chop away at Andrew Lau, now just 1.25 seconds back. Rudolph Gunther now losing time to the top 3. And Simon Zierk continues to close in on him, but 2.7 seconds back. That corner and a couple of other corners with the turtle and at the apex have definitely caught a few drivers off guard this morning. But Adam Barker seems to have it all dialed in. Lau pulls a little bit away from Hendricks for the moment. Rudolph Gunther, however, now has Simon Zierk less than 2 seconds behind. Adam Barker down the front straightaway should see the white flag this time. Out of that final turn, Andrew Lau looking. White flag is in the air. Mike Marshall in that new hot rod in 6, but Kevin Gerard is storming towards him. He's 31 seconds behind now. He's gained another 5 seconds on him. Simon Zierk still about 2 seconds behind Rudolph Gunther in 4th. Sammy in 3rd. 1.1 seconds behind Andrew Lau. Can he get there? Adam Barker's lead now 13.25 seconds. The battle is on for second, though. Hendricks ran his fastest lap of the race last time by, 1:59.28, as he continues to close in on Andrew Lau. The gap now 1.25 seconds. Meanwhile, Adam Barker heads toward the final few turns. Adam swept the races at Lime Rock, the season opener. And out of that final turn, Adam Barker will win race 1 at Motorland Aragon. Andrew Lau is going to come home in second. Sammy Hendricks will finish third. Rudolph Gunther coming home in 4th. Simon Zierk in 5th. Mike Marshall in 6th. Kevin Gerard with a massive charge will come home in 7th and start race 2 on the pole. Nicole Kriesel coming home in 8th. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3. Looks like Sammy isn't available at the moment, so we'll talk to Andrew Lau, who finished second. Hey, Andrew, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug.
Hey, a great second place finish and quite a charge there coming back after that incident in the third to last turn hitting the turtle.
Yeah, just kind of lost the rear there, I think, following Adam too closely, but still managed to get P2.
Yeah, it was a great run, too. You were right there with Adam the whole time. Going into race number 2, can you charge back up from 6th place and get up front?
I think we can do it. It's a long lapse, and there's a big straight towards the end, and maybe we can get some moves down there.
Well, you definitely put on a show in race 1. Good luck in race 2, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
Andrew Lau continues to extend his points lead here, but Adam Barker back in victory lane. Adam, after a rough week at Daytona last week, you come home, you start the morning with a win.
Yeah, couldn't catch a break in Daytona. Really didn't enjoy the race. I thought we were going to do well there, and it just went a bit wrong. But this track's nice. It's got a good flow to it, and I can really hook this Porsche up. It's going to be an interesting race for the the longer one because Andrew was really making me sweat there for the 15 minutes he was right behind me.
He definitely was right on your bumper, but fuel strategy will come into play here this morning, and obviously the speed. There's a few guys that had problems early on in the first race, but definitely have some speed that might run you down before this is all said and done.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got to think we're coming from the back this time, so I've got to pass everyone first. So we'll see if we can get it done nice and early. Maybe try and stretch a gap like we did last time, and then figure it out between us at the end. But we'll just have to see. Maybe pit strategy, coming in a little bit early just to get rid of some of the traffic, get some clean air.
Well, you obviously after Daytona you lost the points lead, but starting to crawl back. You're now back up into second. Good luck here.
Yeah, it's a shame Mike's not here. I think we had like a point between us, so it was going to be really interesting going down to the wire. So I'll take the freebie points, but it's I prefer to fight for them.
Well, good luck in race 2. You got a fight on your hands here.
Yeah, definitely.
Adam Barker wins the first race, but now has a big fight to come to the front. This will be an interesting second race. As we mentioned, Kevin Gerard was extremely fast in the waning laps of race 1. Now is going to be on the pole for race 2. Can he get out to an early lead? Rudolph Gunther rolling off for some last minute practice. Some of these drivers making some last minute adjustments to the car. Adam Barker also out on track. Kevin Gerard actually came into today 9th in points. Will pull up into about, looks like 6th place. 6th or 7th place with Nick Sorensen, Giancarlo, and Cody Kennedy out. However, Nicole Kriesel came into this morning 5th in points. She'll make up a little ground here as well. Yep, Kevin, you are on the pole for race 2, buddy. Just a few seconds left to go in warm-up, then we are going racing. Warm-up is over. It's time to go racing once again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And for the first time ever, Kevin Gerard is on the pole with Mike Marshall on the outside. Simon Zierk, Rudolph Gunther have the second row. Sammy Hendricks, Andrew Lau on the third. Adam Barker will have to come from 7th place to get the lead back. Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel in 8th. Harry Volsmir starts 9th, and Ronnie Wimberly rounding out the 10-car field. And it does look like both Harry and Ronnie taking to the track. Kevin Gerard gets on the pole. He is going to lead him around. We'll see if Kevin can go full yeet from the drop of the green flag to pull off the win here. It is a long pace lap here. Y'all have just enough time to hit like, share, follow, subscribe, hit all of those buttons one more time. We know in race 1 that Kevin was closing gaps on the cars ahead. Simon Zierk, Mr. Consistency on the long run, was one of the fastest. And Adam Barker dominated race 1, but once Harry got the McLaren out on track, his lap times were matching those of the leaders. Things could get exciting very quickly here. .1 mile track here, 2 minutes, 1:58 to 2 minutes a lap. Worth noting that Kevin Gerard is driving my favorite number, so you better be worthy this morning, Kevin. It has been awesome watching drivers like Nicole and Kevin get a lot of help from this group. A lot of coaching coming from this group. This whole group, since their inception, has just been awesome. The sportsmanship is at a whole nother level with this group of drivers. It's also going to be really interesting to see how that McLaren does coming from the back. Harry obviously getting the tires warmed up here. Scrubbing them clean and making sure they are ready to go. We have seen Harry make some big moves early in past races. How far can he get on lap 1? Here we go, Kevin Gerard in control of the restart. Hopefully he fires quickly. Once that pace car drops in, he is good to go. Kevin in control. They come down the front straightaway. Pace car is in. He fires. They're away. Green flag is in the air. Race number 2 at Motorland Aragon. Sends it into, oh, we've got cars going wide. Simon Zierk already taking advantage, but Harry Volschmeer on the move in the McLaren. Harry already up to 7th, trying to get by a pair of cars just ahead. Simon Zierk now up into 2nd place. He is on the move. Simon undercuts and takes the lead. Kevin fights back on the outside. Shoots it down into the turn. Rudolph Gunther's going to come through. A little contact between Rudolph and Simon. Now Rudolph looking to the inside on Kevin. Kevin shuts the door, maintains the lead. Oh, Rudolph goes wide. We've got a lot of cars going wide. Several cars around, but we've got to pedal on for the lead. Kevin maintains, Simon back to second. Oh! Rudolph misses the braking point completely. Takes out the leader. Kevin keeps it rolling. He's dropping positions, but he has got the speed to fight back as he gets back to the track. Simon Zierk down the lead, and Harry Volsmeer has come from the back into second. What just happened? Lap 1 anarchy. Let's take a look. First, starting with what happened to Andrew Lau in the early going, we saw multiple cars around. Lau looks to the... Oh, Mike Marshall got a little bit loose, collects Lau. Sammy Hendricks also having an incident here. Adam Barker swings way wide. Looks like Hendricks just gets loose. Let's see what happened with Rudolph Gunther and Kevin Gerard. Rudolph battling with Simon Zierk. Rudolph shoots to the inside and just, wow. Like he completely missed the braking point. Kevin Gerard on pit road, likely needing repairs after that. Hopefully we see him back out here in a moment. And Harry Volsmeer has gone to the lead. Harry managing to take advantage of the chaos. Take a look at some of the moves made by Volsmeer here. Rudolph picking up 2 there that puts him into second place, right behind Simon Zierk. Harry Volsmeer goes from 9th to the lead in the first lap. Kevin Gerard is back out off pit road, but Rudolph Gunther in 6th place just set the fastest lap of the race so far. I should say the fastest official lap. The top 3 all have laps under 2 minutes, but none of them official, as they have had off-track incidents with them. Adam Barker, who started in 7th after winning race 1, is now up to 3rd, setting his sights on Simon Zierk. Meanwhile, Harry out front in the McLaren has just checked out. Nicole Kriesel has had a problem. Looks like she just didn't carry enough momentum for the downforce to keep the car planted. Andrew Lau appears to be out of the race. Andrew came in today with the points lead, finished second in race 1, but now out of the race is going to give Adam Barker an opportunity to close that gap. No, Andrew Lau is on pit road. He is rolling back off. Kevin Gerard is back on pit road. Harry Volsmir opening up his lead over Simon Zierk. Now almost 3 seconds. Adam Barker just set the fastest official lap of the morning, 158.64, as he closes in on Simon. Mike Marshall, that new hot rod, making its way forward, now up into 4th. Simon Zierk has had a problem. There's Simon with Adam Barker. Oh, he way overshot the turn. Adam Barker takes second. Meanwhile, Harry Volsmir continues to pull away. His lead now 5.5 seconds over Adam Barker. And the difference in pace between the top two can now be measured in hundredths of a second. Adam Barker just a few hundredths of a second faster than the McLaren of Harry Volsmir. Adam Barker in second, 5.6 seconds behind. Simon in third, trying to close back in. Mike Marshall in fourth is gaining ground on Simon Zierk, but 8.25 seconds back. Rudolph Gunther up to fifth now after the early incident. Sammy Hendricks right on his bumper in sixth place. Ronnie Wimberly in seventh. Great run by Ronnie so far. Nicole, that's what she said. Kriesel in 8th. Andrew Lau in 9th. Kevin Gerard in 10th. With this longer race, Kevin is closing the gap on Andrew Lau. And will have time to make it up. Harry, meanwhile, coming back across the start-finish line. That McLaren just on fire this morning. Adam 5.5 seconds back, but not making any significant gains. At most gaining 1/10 of a second a lap on the leaner. The McLaren, however, has been known to have far less tire wear. Plus, it has the advantage of the cool factor of shooting flames out the back of the exhaust. This could come down to which car handles the tire wear better. Will it be the Porsche or will it be the McLaren? Simon Zierk now in third, 3.25 seconds back. Mike Marshall was gaining ground on Simon, but is now falling 10 seconds behind. Sammy Hendricks in fifth, Rudolph Gunther in sixth are closing the gap now on Mike Marshall. Rudolph Gunther currently running in sixth, right in Sammy's slipstream. Ronnie Wimberly in eighth, about 10 seconds behind them. Ronnie in seventh, Nicole in eighth. Andrew Lau in ninth. He is gaining on Nicole, but over a minute behind. And Kevin Gerard in 10th. What a heartbreak this has been. I know Kevin put in a lot of practice and definitely showed this morning. Kevin had the lead going into the turn, just another driver overshooting. Harry's lead now 5.4 seconds over Adam Barker. As we mentioned, Adam gaining a tenth here and there, but no significant gains on the McLaren. Mike Marshall sits in fourth. Sammy Hendricks in fifth, still nose to tail. Rudolph Gunther also right there in sixth. We knew Sammy was running Marshall down. Ronnie Wimberly back in seventh. Nicole in eighth. Lau starting to close the gap on Nicole from ninth place, now 47 seconds back. Kevin Gerard just a minute behind, but Kevin's on pit road. This will be his third stop. Kevin ended up towing, not sure what happened. Volsmeer still has the lead, 5.5 seconds over Adam Barker. Zierk in third, Mike Marshall in fourth. Sammy Hendricks in fifth on the attack, Rudolph Gunther right behind. Oh, Sammy gets a huge run out of the final turn down the front straightaway. What a move to take fourth. Mike Marshall now to fifth, has Rudolph Gunther 1.25 seconds behind in sixth. And as always, Ronnie Wimberly in seventh. As always, make sure you take a moment, go to Quad Racing on Twitch and watch Ronnie. That is truly an impressive individual. Quadriplegic, drives with the quad stick in his mouth. And if you ever have the chance to watch him race the Nürburgring, do it. There are not many faster drivers on the Nürburgring than Ronnie Wimberly. I would need 4 legs and 4 arms to be as fast as Ronnie is just using his mouth. Harry has pulled a little bit more of a gap on Adam Barker. Now 6 seconds. Simon still holds third. Sammy back in fourth, but Sammy is closing the gap, 9.6 seconds behind. It appears Kevin Gerard is out of the race. Oh, Mike Marshall goes wide. Rudolph Gunther takes advantage. Sammy Hendricks, though, pulling away from Rudolph and Marshall. Now 3 seconds ahead. Let's take another look at that pass on Mike Marshall. Watch this. Out of the final turn. Big run almost to the bumper. And just sends it on by. I'm sorry, Kevin, but man, you had one heck of a run. I look forward to seeing how you do at VIR next week. I honestly, briefly thought you were going to be untouchable at the start of this one. Speaking of untouchable, Harry Volsmere has been pulling away. But last time by, Adam Barker has closed the gap in a big way. Cut out half a second, now just or over a second rather. Now just 5 seconds behind the leader. I have to wonder, did Adam find another gear? I have faith in you, Kevin. You definitely showed the level of skill, practice, and everything this morning, buddy. Great job. Simon Zierk in third. Sammy Hendricks in fourth. Continues to close the gap. Now 7 3/4 seconds behind Zierk and gaining. He's also continued to pull away from Rudolph Gunther. Now 4 seconds back. Mike Marshall in fifth. Ronnie Wimberly in sixth. Ronnie had a problem a moment ago. Oh, just goes a bit wide and loses it. We have seen several times that has happened this morning. Ronnie still holds on to 7th place. Harry currently in the lead, but only 5 seconds ahead as Adam Barker has started to chip away at the lead. Simon currently in third, but had an off track a moment ago that cost him a lot of time. Let's take a look. Oh, he gets a little bit loose, but tries to get set up into the next corner. Goes a bit too wide. Sammy Hendricks now just 2.8 seconds back from third place, Simon Zierk. Kevin, I wholeheartedly agree, buddy. Rudolph Gunther currently sitting in 5th. Mike Marshall still in 6th. Ronnie Wimberly in 7th. Andrew Lau in 8th. Nicole, that's what she said. Kriesel in 9th. And Harry Volsmeer appears to be pulling away again. The gap now almost 6 seconds again over second place Adam Barker. Should be having start seeing fuel stops here in a couple more laps as we approach the halfway point of the race. Could see a lot of fuel stops next time by. Adam Barker in 7th, Simon Zierk in 3rd, Sammy Hendricks 4th, Rudolph Gunther in 5th. Mike Marshall in 6th, Ronnie in 7th, Andrew Lau, after an early incident, set him way back, currently in 8th, and running Ronnie down from a minute and a half behind. Nicole currently running in 9th, and her lap times continue to come down. Adam Barker in 2nd. Is starting to see the McLaren get smaller and smaller in his window. As Harry has opened up a 6.1 second gap. Adam down the straightaway trying to close that gap. Simon Zierk about to be under attack as Sammy Hendricks has just about caught him. Sammy also on the charge here this morning, was charging in race 1, now starting to charge in race 2. He has definitely had the long run advantage. Mr. Consistency, however, in 3rd place, Simon Zierk, surprisingly, has not been his usual consistent self this morning and has allowed Sammy to run him down. Sammy now just over 1 second behind in 4th. Rudolph Gunther in 5th has pulled a little bit of a gap now on Mike Marshall, right at 3 seconds. Andrew Lau back in 8th, a lap down here, trying to make up some ground. Nicole Kriesel is the first to pit road for the fuel stop. We are past halfway. I would expect to see most of the field in this time. Harry sends it to pit road. The leader is in. Adam Barker brings it to pit road. Looks like we will. Oh, look at this. Hendricks pulls up into third. Simon tries the crossover but can't get it done. This battle may be decided on pit road, as here they both come. Rudolph Gunther is in. Here comes Mike Marshall. Marshall is headed in. Ronnie Wimberly, Andrew Lau, the last two to come to pit road. Here comes Harry off pit road, and he will maintain the lead, now over 8 seconds ahead of Adam Barker. Harry's pit stop 2 seconds faster than Adam Barker's. How will the rest of the field come out? Simon comes back out in third. Sammy comes out in fourth. Rudolph on his way out will hold fifth. Ronnie Wimberly is in seventh. Here comes Mike Marshall on his way out. Andrew Lau trying to make up some ground while they're all on pit road. Clean track ahead for him. The leader right behind Lau. Adam Barker in second, now 7.5 seconds behind. He lost a lot of ground to Harry on pit road. This battle for third had been decided coming into pit road, but Simon Zierk, a slightly faster pit stop than Sammy Hendricks. Simon back into third. Simon still right on the, Sammy still right on Simon's back bumper. Don't forget to tune in tonight, 7:30 Eastern. BRR Cup Series is back. Here we go, the battle for third heating up again. Hendricks looks high out of the final turn. Simon's going to close the door. The Porsche definitely has the maneuverability factor over the BMW. As you see, Sammy puts that car wherever he wants it. Sammy now having taken second place. Sammy has been haunting that back bumper on Simon Zierk. Simon just goes wide. Sammy sends it by. Simon is Mr. Consistency, but this track has definitely given him pause this morning. He has been struggling more than we have ever seen. Sammy's already pulled out to 3.5 seconds over Simon Zierk. Rudolf Gunther back in 4th place, about 8.5 seconds behind Simon and gaining. Mike Marshall in 6th. Ronnie Wimberly in 7th is closing the gap on Mike, but 19 seconds back. Will he have enough time? Andrew Lau has not been in for his pit stop yet. He pitted on lap 2 after an early race incident. Has not been in to get fuel here yet, but he is closing the gap on Ronnie quickly. Nicole sitting back in 9th. Harry Volsmere came off pit road with a huge lead over Adam Barker, 8.5 seconds. That lead is shrinking. Adam Barker is closing the gap. Last time by, Adam over 1.5 seconds faster than the leader. The gap now down to 5.7. 17 minutes left. Can Adam close that gap? Sammy Hendricks back in 3rd, now 22.7 seconds back, but pulling the gap on Simon Zierk. Rudolf Gunther continuing to close in on Simon, now 7.1 seconds back. Ronnie Wimberly in 7th, trying to close in on Mike Marshall. He had been chipping away at that gap, but Mike now 20.6 seconds ahead. Andrew Lau, Ronnie Wimberly may be having a connection problem. Ronnie Wimberly appears to have lost connection. Andrew Lau is in for his pit stop. Lau now being scored in 7th place. Adam Barker continuing to close the gap on the leader. Harry Volsmere now just 4.8 seconds ahead. Adam is running him down. The last several laps, Adam has been a second or more faster than the leader. Sammy Hendricks securely into 3rd now. Simon Zierk in 4th. Rudolf Gunther in 5th. Mike Marshall in 6th. Andrew Lau now to 7th. Ronnie Wimberly appears to be out of the race. Nicole Kriesel will pull up into 8th in a moment. Not surprised to see the McLaren doing this well this morning. The McLaren extremely lightweight. Extremely good handling car. Sammy back in 3rd, Adam Barker in 2nd, now 4.2 seconds behind. Adam continuing to chip away at the leader. You can see the difference in lap times between Harry and Adam Barker. The last 3-4 laps, substantially faster Adam Barker. The gap now under 4 seconds as Adam charges forward. Remember, Adam swept Lime Rock to start the season. Can he do it again here? Has a lot of ground to make up after the race at Daytona last week. Well, with points leader Andrew Lau back in 7th place, Adam Barker is going to make up a lot of ground here. Sammy Hendricks securely in 3rd with Simon Zierk almost 10 seconds back in 4th. Rudolph Gunther in 5th trying to run down Zierk. He's 5.25 seconds behind and gaining ground. Nicole Kriesel now up into 8th and gaining ground on Andrew Lau. Mike Marshall in that new Conlift Solutions paint, currently running in 6th place. That car deserves to be in victory lane, as pretty as it looks this morning. McLaren in the lead, followed by Porsche. The gap under 4 seconds with 10 minutes left to go. Can Adam Barker continue marching forward? Last time only 0.3 of a second faster than the leader. Sammy Hendricks' first race of the season. Finished 3rd in race number 1 and tracking to finish 3rd in race number 2. Mike Marshall may be having some problems with connection. Mike was running in 6th place, but it appears he may have lost connection here in the late race. Adam Barker continuing to chip away at the leader, 3.5 seconds behind. Mike Marshall may be out of the race, and we may have another big shakeup here. Andrew Lau in 7th, Nicole Creasel in 8th, both have an opportunity to pick up a position and more points here this morning. Nicole comes into the morning 5th in points. This could be huge for her. And based on the last couple of weeks, Nicole's going to need all the points she can get. Kevin Gerard has been closing that gap. Adam Barker less than 3 seconds behind the leader. Andrew Lau now up to 6th with Mike Marshall out. Nicole Creasel will pull up into 7th here in a lap or two. Harry Volsmir has crashed. The leader has crashed. Harry coming down that long back straightaway. Oh, on the throttle too soon, spins it out. Quickly recovers, but now back into 2nd. And Adam Barker is back to the lead with a 4.7 second gap over Harry. Sammy in 3rd. Simon Zierk in 4th. Rudolph Gunther in 5th continues to claw his way toward 4th place. Simon Zierk. Andrew Lau now up into 6th. Nicole Creasel in 8th. Mike Marshall in 7th off track. The one and only mistake we have seen by the McLaren all morning long, and it cost him the lead, but what a dominantly fast run he has had today. It is worth noting that every time Harry pulls out the McLaren, it is almost impossible to beat him. The only way you can beat Harry in a McLaren is if he makes a mistake. And those are very few and far between. Harry started in 9th place, quickly made his way up into the lead, taking advantage of the chaos. Adam Barker now pulling out to a 5-second lead over Harry. Sammy in 3rd. Simon Zierk in 4th. Yannick in 5th has started closing back in quickly. Now 4.5 seconds behind Simon Zierk. Does he have the time? Andrew Lau now in 6th. Nicole Creasel in 7th. Mike Marshall out in 8th. Ronnie out in 9th. Kevin Gerard out in 10th. What a flip-flop. Andrew Lau has crashed. Andrew following Sammy Hendricks around the track just a little too deep into the turn. The back end goes around. That turn has bit so many drivers this morning. Harry Volsmere in second, now 6 seconds back. Sammy Hendricks in third, 24 seconds back. Nicole Creasel on pit road. She is securely in 7th place now. It looks like she may have had a problem a lap ago, maybe in for repairs. Harry in second, not gaining any ground here. Rudolph Gunther in 5th, still trying to close the gap on Simon Zierk in 4th, now just 4 seconds behind. Nicole Creasel, repairs complete. She comes back out. She will maintain 7th place. Two and a half minutes left to go. Adam Barker has a 5.5 second lead over Harry Volsmere. Sammy Hendricks having a great morning. He currently running in 3rd. Oh, a little bobble for Hendricks out of that turn. There have been a few turns on this track this morning that have been brutal for majority of the drivers. And Adam Barker has been able to take advantage of all of it as the white flag waves one more lap around Motorland Aragon. Adam Barker taking advantage of the mistake from Harry Volsmere. The McLaren looked like it was going to dominate the second race this morning. Sammy Hendricks currently runs 3rd. Simon Zierk in 4th. Mr. Consistency struggling with consistency this morning. Rudolph Gunther currently in 5th. 2.8 seconds back. He is charging. And Simon Zierk is on pit road. Could we see several drivers coming in on the last lap? Rudolph Gunther now to 4th. Andrew Lau in 6th place, hoping that Simon's going to be on pit road a while. Harry has had one heck of a run to come home in 2nd place this morning. But Adam Barker is headed toward the 2nd sweep of the season. And what a triumphant return for Adam Barker after a terribly disappointing run at Daytona. Adam Barker is going to do it. He will win and sweep the morning at Motorland Aragon. Harry Volsmere, a triumphant 2nd place. Sammy Hendricks comes toward the final turns in 3rd. Rudolph Gunther will finish 4th. Simon Zierk in 5th. Andrew Lau in 6th. And let's talk to our top 3, starting with Harry. Hey, Harry, it's Doug. You got me?
I hear you.
Hey, that was a really impressive run this morning. That McLaren looked like it was unbeatable.
Yeah, but it was beatable. Yeah, I heard I should have taken tires. I didn't.
Well,
They were a little bit slippery and too heavy on the throttle, and there I went.
I was wondering about that because historically that McLaren has been really easy on tires.
Yeah, but I'm pushing it, so.
Well, you definitely put on one heck of a show this morning, Harry. That was a great second place finish, buddy.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Harry Volsmeer comes home in second, but Adam Barker is going to sweep the morning. Adam, you're back on top with a sweep here at Aragon.
Yeah, that was a crazy race.
I have to ask the obvious question. Had Harry not spun, you were running him down. Did you have the speed to catch him and pull it off?
I'm not sure. Maybe I took tires and he didn't, so I had a fresh rubber, so I was hunting him down, and it was just a matter of time, I think, before I caught him. But catching Harry and overtaking Harry is two different things. So I was happy to see him pointing the other way.
I have to ask, isn't this is the first time I recall anybody having taken tires during the second race in quite a while?
I think I did it last time. I think we all did it at one point. I think this season, maybe in the first race, or maybe in the second race. Definitely in the second race, I took tires because we had slightly less fuel. It took us longer to change the tires than it did the fuel. So I was still up in the air a good 2 seconds longer. I think Harry was in the pit, so then I had to use those new tires really well.
Well, you definitely got the job done with Andrew Lau struggling this morning in the second race. Man, you're going to close that point. You may retake the points lead today.
Yeah, it was a shame that Andrew had I think he had a bit of a crash, and then because he had a crash, I think I hit Sammy, which was a shame. But then after that, I think he had some crashing issues as well, so it took him well out. So hopefully I'll be up there fighting for P1 again.
Well, congratulations. It was definitely a dominant morning for you.
Thank you.
Adam Barker choking a little bit there, probably on the champagne. He pulls off the sweep at Motorland Aragon. What an exciting morning this was. Don't forget to come back tonight, 7:30 Eastern. BRR Cup Series is back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. We'll see you tonight.